Hey, what's going on, guys? Today, we're blasting Fortunate Son, except not actually because copyright, but imagine we're blasting Fortunate Son because today we're going back to the Vietnam era. The Heatblur F4 Phantom 2 released this week, and Brian and I have been itching to fly this thing. Heatblur, of course, being the studio that brought us a super detailed F14 module for DCS, but before we get started, I think some boring time is in order. You see, back in the good old days after World War II and after the invention of jet engines, the military believed that dogfighting was now a thing of the past. This new doctrine was very simple. Be fast as fuck,
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
and shoot your enemies down from beyond visual range. And so our friends over at McDonnell Douglas, now owned by Boeing, for those of you keeping score at home, decided to build the F4 Phantom II, entering service in 1961. This beast was an all-weather interceptor, fighter, and a ground attack aircraft. Now, this plane was created entirely with this new doctrine in mind, which would come back to bite it in the ass eventually. You see, given the whole BVR idea, the initial models of the F4 did not have a cannon, which would make it pretty lousy in close quarters. Speaking of, if you want to hear a cool story about how some badass pilots pulled a sneak attack on some Vietnamese MiGs, check out the Fat Electrician's video on the F4. I'll leave a link in the description down below. So the F4 Phantom is powered by two General Electric J79 engines producing 23,810 pounds of thrust, and with max afterburner, that number jumps to 35,690. That'll put a hair on your chest. The F4 had a service ceiling of 62,250 feet and a max top speed of 1,602 miles an hour, or Mach 2. This specific model is the E variant, first delivered to the Air Force in 1967. Now, remember what I said about the F4 not initially having a cannon? This one has a cannon. And a good way to think about this plane is as a drag racing muscle car with wings and missiles. A couple of quotes surrounding this beast mention that it was a triumph of thrust over aerodynamics, and that with enough thrust, even a brick can fly. So guys, let's get over to DCS and try and figure out how to fly this thing. Dude, this cockpit is so detailed. It's honestly amazing. Okay, so put my helmet on. Oh, I got a ladder and everything. Oh, it's gone. It's gonna be a hot one in here. All right.
Yeah.
So I believe I need to open the gesture menu, crew chief, external power, like the F14. Cool. So the cart is on. I need to put the right and left external power generators on. That's good. Okay. It's an air hooked up.
Roger.
Yo, give me that air hose, baby. Alright, the airflow.
Yep, done.
Alright, right engine master. Ignition. Alright, right engine spooling up. I wish I could put a post-it note in the plane that says, "Don't be an idiot and close your canopy."
I mean, there is a tone for it.
Yeah.
If you look just to the front left of the left throttle, the canopy low altitude volume knob, just crank that bit.
Thank you. Alright, right engine is started. Connecting to left. There we go. All right. 10%. Ignition. EGT is climbing. And we have a steer point set up, right?
Yeah, so number 1 is over the ground target, 2 is the air target.
Alright, well, I'm ready to follow you out, sir.
So look to your like 930. I definitely thought that would put it inside the hangar, not on the roof.
Oh yeah, I saw that on the way out.
So it's a cool little mounted jet. That's what it is. Definitely not a mistake.
Yeah.
Alright, canopy down.
Same.
All stable stabs on. Flaps and stabs down and out. 3 degrees nose down trim. Temperatures look good. Still have the fucking static ass bullshit, but whatever.
Yeah. Once you go, I'm gonna give it 3 or 4 seconds before I start going.
Copy that. I'm running them up.
Cool, cool. Let's see them booty. See them booty blasters go.
Percents, temps, flow good, and Springfield 1-1.
God. Anti-skid on. Alright, running up. Full burner. Nuts. And we're airborne. It's so weird that still the 80 knots stick full aft and then let off.
So you have 5 pylons worth of snake. Are you familiar with the armament panel in this thing? It's the same as the A. You want me to walk you through some?
Yeah.
Alright, so you see the 5 pylon selector buttons you have? LOLI, CTR, RI, and RO. That's outboard, inboard, center for each side. You also have to turn your gun on that same way. Just above that is a... let me heads up. Alright, I'm in the cloud, but I'm still going up. Above that, to the left, you have a 4-way switch for arming. So, with Snake Eyes, if you just want to drop them like slicks, you want nose fusing. If you want to drop them retarded for like low altitude release, you do nose tail. So just make sure you get that right. We're going to be doing dive toss bombs, which I'll kind of walk us through, but on the rotary below that, you're going to select DT. It's 2 clicks to the right. And then you're also going to select bombs on the panel next to that.
DT, you
And
said?
then DT, dive time.
Okay.
So what that does is it basically lets you aim your pipper at something if you put your HUD into air ground, and then you gesture command that. You might not need to, I'm not sure, but basically you pickle and it locks, it radar ranges that location, and then it basically runs a CCRP drop on that target.
Copy.
So you say, under my pipper, that section of land, I'm dropping a bomb. You hold your pickle button, and then you fly, and when you get to the release point, it automatically drops. You will hear a tone until the drop. That's how you know that you're, like, still on a target. And then below it, you just have interval and quantity if you're doing, you know, multiple drops. So you've got pairs, station, what's the other one? Continuous, I think, and then like specified quantity. And we are hitting a range. It's not out on that peninsula anymore. It's kind of inland some on like a dried lake bed.
Copy. So, would I select which pylons would those snake eyes be
Any
on?
of them, you have the, it's all 5 pylons are snake eyes. So I just selected all of them, and I'm dropping like 2 per pass right now.
Copy.
So it is a target range circle, 4 trucks, and then 2 radars south of them a little bit, just to give us some practice with like the RWR. In from the south.
I didn't drop anything.
Master.
Yep, master arms on. DT. What about the knob weapon select? Just go to bombs?
That has to be bomb.
Okay, that's why. I definitely need to study up on this radar.
Yeah, the radar I still barely understand. But this is like the core of dropping bombs with the F4, and it's easy, so it felt like a good thing to start. Alright, I see you. I'm deconflicted above you, so you're clearing.
Okay. Still not dropping.
Alright, so let's go through settings. You have pylon select.
Yep, all of them.
You're in DT.
Yep,
Bomb.
yep.
What is your fusing set?
Oh, hold on.
Above the pylon select, you want to be in nose right.
Okay, that's why I wasn't safe.
Yeah, I assume it just inhibits release if you don't have it. Alright, rolling in from the E.
Copy.
Make that like northy.
Oh, still not dropping. I'm in air to ground mode on the radar, or on the HUD.
Yep, okay, so air to ground HUD.
Mm-hmm.
You have all 5 pylons selected.
Yep.
Fuse is set to arm. You were in DT.
Yep.
Bomb.
Yep.
And then the bottom, what's your quantity set?
1.
Okay, that should allow you. Deselect everything but...
But center.
Yeah, just in case that matters. So what I want you to do is, it doesn't even have to be on the target. Like, get some altitude so you have a bit of time to point yourself at a target and hold a steady flight there and tap your gesture contextual button. After a moment, he should say capture.
Okay.
Then fly in, pickle that spot, and then just gently pull out and keep flying. You might have to do the gesture thing, and I thought you didn't, so I wasn't enforcing.
All good. I forgive you.
Thanks, bud.
Alright, coming in from the south. Doing a 4G negative pushover. Alright, I got a capture.
Alright, so now pickle that spot and then just overfly. I mean, you've got time. You're pretty far out.
I got a tone. Holding
Yep,
pickle.
so just hold that, and you want to keep the dots are basically what you would have to fly to hit that spot. So like if you're off left, it'll indicate roll right.
I dropped one.
There you go.
That's actually pretty intuitive.
Yeah, like once you know the process, it's super easy. It's just getting it figured out is a little. Like I said, I don't know if you have to have Jester do a capture or if the pickle button implies. Because some YouTube videos made it sound like you don't have to, but it doesn't seem to work as well when I don't.
I see you.
I see you.
We have a 1 o'clock, 2 miles. We got nailed, 1 o'clock. We got nailed, 1 o'clock. We got nailed, 1 o'clock. We got nailed, 1 o'clock.
Guess who got too low?
I'm gonna guess you.
I think you have invulnerability on.
Alright, here, flat, pressure, warning lights, anti-slip.
Up now I'm upside down.
Oh, you actually crashed.
Yeah. Oh, whoop!
This is
Wait.
you land.
It flaps.
I mean, with invulnerability, you might be able to just thrust your way out of this situation.
That's what I'm trying. Oh, look at that!
Ejector rat.
Ah. You said there's a hot start one in here, yeah? Hey, I hit one!
Fuck yeah. You got it. Oh.
Oh no, I don't know how to hide the grease pencil.
Just click it.
There we go. I drew a friend. Alright, I'm on your ass.
Well, I'm going home, so if you want to hunt down that last guy, feel free.
Yeah, I think I'll try and land it. I'll work on
Blocking it
employment
before
of
fighting.
weapon systems more once I know for sure that I can land this thing.
Yeah, because if you can't land it, it doesn't really matter if you can use the weapon.
Yeah. Hey, pal, on your right.
What's up, bud?
What's up, dude?
Alright, I got my tack hand set, coming around.
I'm gonna climb up a bit so you can just slip under me.
Yeah, that's why I declared.
Coming
I'm
right.
27 miles.
Did you go to ADF tack?
So I just went to tack on both now,
Okay. Copy.
since I'm not super familiar with all the systems, but I
Oh,
know
okay.
that works.
Yeah, I
And
got.
then runway heading is 050, so I set my course set to that. Just to help land. I mean, we'll have to offset left because the beacon isn't on the runway, but I don't know how to do the actual ILS yet.
Yeah, navigation of this thing is a lot of fun. There's something just badass about analog navigation.
Yeah. Like the F5 is cool, but it doesn't have any navigation. And the A4 was neat, but we never really learned it.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Jester just said, dude, nice land.
Oh yeah,
And
dude.
then, dude, where's my car? Alright, I am cold set.
Alright.
That felt really shaky, and I wasn't really happy with it, and then I pushed the air brakes out a little bit and gave it some throttle so that you have like more spooled energy,
Right.
and then was able to just flare, and it just settled perfectly into what I wanted, and it was like, oh hell yeah. Springfield 1-1 off left. Active is clear. But like, it felt like I had too much sync, and when I was using throttle to fix it, then I would start gaining altitude, and like it wasn't there, and then all of a sudden it was like the perfect glide. She's got the power, that's just also the problem, is she's got.
Yeah.
But the speed brake out a little bit, and also giving it throttle, because you know the drag offsets the throttle, but now that your engines are spooled, you have more control. This thing spools pretty quick, I've noticed, so it's not
Yeah.
like the F-18.
Yeah, the F-18 definitely has a little bit of a delay. Alright.
Vision.
300.
You're looking nice and smoky today.
Yeah.
That looked buttery from here.
Oh, dude, the squad was watching because you have to nail that landing.
Oh, he told me I nailed that landing.
Hell
He said,
yeah.
I hope the squad was watching because you nailed that landing.
The squad was watching, bro. Yeah, I mean, you overshot the hell out of your lineup, but you cleaned it up real nice, and you were buttery coming in.
Yeah.
To the point that, like, I lost you in the trees and was like, well, I mean, it's still floating, so that looks fucking hella smooth.
Yeah. Just need to get used to the banking characteristics of this thing, but
Yeah.
I got it lined up.
I have found that, like,
Some last
getting your
minute rudder
tech end
helps.
set and then course alignment on your HSI does really help with, like, knowing where you are in relation to the runway.
Yeah. All right.
And being in VR makes a huge fucking difference.
Yeah. For sure. I'm just taking public roads over here.
Are you yielding it?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're. Oh. 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 Oh.
I don't know how I'm gonna recover from this. Oh wait, I know. Ah! Oh, the exhaust is right in my
Man, the way
face.
you land, that doesn't look like a 0-0.
All right, guys. Well, hey, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, leave a mean comment, subscribe, and hey, I'll catch you in the next one.